Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel Maths and Matrix. In this particular session, I have brought for you again the questions on the very important topic, part of your NDA written examination for Mathematics Paper 1. And this time I am solving questions from the paper NDA 2 2022, which were on the concepts of trigonometry, which involves the inverse trigonometry, properties of triangles, heights and distance, and the trigonometric ratios and identities. So I am covering all the questions of trigonometry which were part of this NDA 2 2022 paper. And you all have to do one simple thing here. You need to just count down the number of questions I have discussed for you on this topic which were part of this paper. By then you get to know how many questions were part of this paper in this topic. Alright, so let us begin with this session. Now, and in this question they say ABC is a triangular plot with AB 16 meters, BC 10 meters and CA 10 meters. You known to these three sides in a triangle, and there is a lamp post which is situated at the middle point of the side AB. This is the info to answer 3 atoms again. Okay, be careful. So the diagram you have to understand first. The triangular plot, I am naming it in order A, B, C. Then they ask you to take the midpoint and place it over there. A lamp post. Lamp post will be perpendicular, right? It's a pole, right? Lamp post kind of pole, perpendicularly situated, placed at the point M, which is dividing the AB into equal halves. Now they say that the lamp post, the top of the lamp post subtending angle 45 degree at the center, at the vertex B. So you have known to this fact that it subtends angle 45 degree. What is asked to you? It's in the next question. That is the height of the lamp post. Height of the lamp post, let us name it to be PM. So you can use the triangle BMP. You want PM in it. You know the MB, it is 8 because the total AB is 16 meters. Right. So if you use tan 45 degree formula there, it is MP upon MB, which is MP upon 8. So MP is therefore 8 into 1, that is tan 45, you know. So it's 8 meters only. That's why the answer to this question number 40 is the option C, 8 meters. The height of the lamp post is 8 meters. Now what they say in the next question, what is the value of AB upon sin C? Now sin C angle to unknown, so you can't evaluate sin C. Now how then? See, understand, this is an isosceles triangle. Did you see that? It's isosceles triangle. There are two sides which are equal. BC is equals to AC. BC is equals to AC. So it's isosceles triangle. So this MP, this is perpendicular segment, which is nothing but a lamp post. If you continue drawing the line, you will get this MC, which will be the bisector of this angle C. So you have indirectly C by 2 in that figure. Okay, so you have clearly to refer to this particular triangle BMC with the C by 2 angle. So therefore for this next question to find out AB by sin C, you will be using the value of AB which is given, which was the 16 meters, right? 16 meters. So therefore coming on to this part, so AB is 16 meters divided by sin C. Open the formula, half angle, sin C by 2 cos C by 2. And from the figure sin C by 2 you have to read from the previous triangle. Okay, understand C by 2's opposite is 8, hypo is 10. Okay, so sin C by 2 would be 8 by 10, and this is into, you see C by 2's adjacent is MC. In that MC, can you find out? It will be 10 square minus 8 square, which will be 36, that is 6. Okay, by Pythagoras theorem. So you can easily find out, you know, see, this MC square is equals to 10 square minus 8 square. So it's 36, right? So it's 6. So MC we have 6, and again hypotenuse 10. So what do we have? 6 by 10. So if you simplify this now, this is like 2 8s are 16 cancel. You have a 10 into 10, 100 by 6, which is 23250. So 50 by 3 meters. That is the answer, option B for this. Coming upon to the next connected question, and in this they are demanding you the value of cos A plus cos B plus cos C. By the way, how come cos A, cos B you can evaluate for a triangle? When you know Three sides in a triangle, it's a cosine rule. You remember that the cos A formula is, what is it? It is b square plus c square minus a square, minus a square upon 2bc. Then cos B formula is, what is it? A square plus c square minus b square by 2ac, and cos C formula is a square plus b square minus c square by 2ab. This is the formula for cos A, cos B, cos C. So now, we have the values, so you can now clearly see. So what is B? See this is A, this is opposite, which is B, this is opposite to C, which is C. So if you substitute the values here, B square, what is it? 100 plus C square, what is it? 256 minus A square, what is it? 100 divided by 2 into B into C, which is 2 into 160, right? 2 into 160, so it's 320. So what do you get the cos A value there? Okay, we will write that. And then here A square is, we have 100 plus C square is, we have again 100, 16 square, right? 256. Then again minus 100 you have. This is divided by 2AC, that is 160 into. So again you are getting 320. So here also you substitute A square, which is 100, then B square, which is 100, and C square, you have 256 here, divided by, what are you getting? 2AB. So 2 into AB, which is 100 into 100, 10 into 10, 100, 100 into 200, you are getting this. So what is the simplification then? If you first simplify the addition of the first cos A and cos B value, what do you get? You can see that this 100 is getting cancelled. 256 plus 256, you are getting the addition. How much it is? You can, but you see that the denominator is 320 for that, so I am taking ahead with that. 256 plus 256, you will get 4, 5 and 512, isn't it? 512. Okay, and that is divided by 320. And coming on to this next part, 200 minus 256, which is basically minus 56 by 200. Minus 56 by 200. So when you quickly calculate this by reducing the numbers, so it's like 8 6 are 48, so you have 3 there, so 32 4s are, then you have 10s are, and this is 1s are, and we have 6s are, 4 1 and 4 6, and then you have 5 and 8. So basically you are getting that reduced fraction 8 by 5 for this, and the other one you have this 100 and this 2 and 8, then you have 50 and 1 and 4, then you have 7 and 25, 7 by 25. So you can see that the LCM is 25. What is the LCM? 25. And for that 40 minus 7 you have to do, which is 33. Right? So answer is hence option number D. So now in this question we have a paragraph which help us to answer the 3 atoms. So the paragraph reads, there are 2 points P and Q due south of a leaning tower which leans towards north. So suppose you have a tower like this which is lean towards north, and to its south here, this side, there are 2 points P and Q such that P is at a distance x and Q is at a distance y and x is greater than y. Means P is here, which is at a distance of x, and Q is before him at a distance of y unit. So this much is y, and the overall the P distance from the foot of the tower is x. Okay, this is known to you. And the angles of elevation of a top of the tower from P and Q points. So here is the top of the tower. Okay, I can put here the perpendicular because the tower is not straight, it is leaned. Okay, so we have got that there are 2 points. Okay, there are 2 points P and Q for which the angle of elevation for this top of the tower from the point P. What is this? This point is given it, this angle of elevation is given it to be 15 degrees. This is 15 degrees. And then from the point Q, we have the angle of elevation, that is 75 degrees. Hopefully you understood the diagram. So now this is a diagram we have to refer to answer the very first question on it. That is about the height. At what height is the top of the tower above the ground level? So you are basically asked this distance, right? So this distance, say h, you can consider that as h. Alright, so we have to find out this h. So how do you find out that? So you can see that we have two angles, tan 15 we can consider and tan 75 we can consider. So when I consider tan of 15 degrees, the opposite, okay, the triangle that I have to consider is this angle with this 15 degrees. So I would like to shade that triangle for you. So this is the boundary of the triangle I am considering, the right angle triangle, okay, with the 15 degrees. So you can see that the opposite will be h and the adjacent will be what? It will be this certain, this unknown distance. So I am taking this as to be a. So it is basically a plus x, okay, a plus s. And what is tan 15 degree? Tan of 45 minus 30 degrees, which you get it ultimately by solving root 3 minus 1 by root 3 plus 1. Find out tan of 45 minus 30, tan of a minus b formula you apply there. So you are getting this, okay. So this is what you got, say equation 1. And now I would like to write it down for 75 degrees. So for 75 degrees, what do you get? Let us work it out on the next line. So tan 75 degrees, when you take again the opposite will be h. And this time that we have got about this 75 degree, we have got a plus y, because we have to take this distance for 75 degrees, the adjacent side of 75, a plus y, alright, a plus y. And what is tan 75? It's tan of 45 plus 30. So basically you will get now this root 3 plus 1 upon root 3 minus 1. So this is h upon a plus y. So you have the equation 1 and you have the equation 2. You need to eliminate in that, you know, a to get the h. So what you can do is you can rearrange this equation in terms of, you know, a. So you can write that as a is equals to how you can write this, h will be multiplied to root 3 plus 1 by root 3 minus 1 h, and then from that we have to subtract x, isn't it? And this side, what can you write about this a? I am writing here. So it will be, a will be equals to here root 3 minus 1 upon root 3 plus 1 times h and minus y, that is a, and this is equals to the previous a. I am putting it here altogether, root 3 plus 1 upon root 3 minus 1 times h, okay, times h minus x. So you can see the simplification for h then. So we can combine the terms on one side. So what we can do is we can bring this x on the LHS side and send this h term on the RHS side. So it will become x minus y is equals to h common, and you have got root 3 plus 1 upon root 3 minus 1, right? Then this minus, because this term I am sending on right hand side, minus times root 3 minus 1 by root 3 plus 1. What do you get by simplifying? You can do this simplification. So in the bracket you have got by cross multiplying, right, root 3 plus 1 square minus root 3 minus 1 square. So root 3 plus 1 square will be 3 plus 1 minus, plus 2 root 3, and root 3 minus 1 square will be 3 plus 1 minus 2 root 3. Right. So what is happening is that this minus and this plus. So 3, 1 get cancelled, 2 root 3, total 4 root 3 you will get numerator. And denominator root 3 minus 1 into root 3 plus 1. Identity a plus b into a minus b. So it's a square minus b square. So 3 minus 1, that is 2. So you can see that you have got x minus y is equals to h into that. So it is basically then 2 2s are. So x minus y upon 2 root 3 is becoming the value of h. And that is given in the option A. So option A is the right choice for this. See, just a matter of the simplification, students. Hopefully you can do it yourself also. So this was about the first this question on the paragraph. Now the next question on the paragraph says, if theta is the inclination of the tower to the horizontal, means see, this was the tower, right, and here is the horizontal surface. This inclination they gave it to be theta. So if you know that theta is the inclination of the tower to the horizontal, then what is the value of theta? See, we just now calculated this h. So we are asked cot theta value. So I have redrawn the diagram for you here to refer. So you can see that it's all about solving to get the value of cot theta now. So for this, what do we have? See, we have very first the cot theta is equals to a by h, because this value is h. Okay, and then later part when we can write about the cot 15 degrees, cot 15 degrees will be the adjacent, the x plus a, isn't it? So x plus a divided by h. and the cot 75 degrees, if we calculate, the adjacent will be a plus y divided by h. So we can write this RHS as x by h plus a by h, which is again cot theta. And for the cot 75 we can write a by h to be again the cot theta plus y by h. So we have basically three equations to handle here to solve for cot theta. Okay, to solve for cot theta. So basically now we handle these two equations. X by h plus cot theta is equals to cot 15 degrees. Okay, and then we have y by h plus cot theta is equals to cot of 75 degrees. And we want the value of cot theta only. Okay, we want the value of cot theta. So one of the equation now you can use either cot 15 or cot 75 to try to get the answer. So I am sticking to the cot 15. Okay, there are three equations where the first equation will not help us out because their a is unknown, h is known though. But here either cot 15 or cot 75 if you try to use, definitely you will get the one of the answer. So let us then simplify. What is cot 15 by the way? It's a reciprocal of tan 15, which is root 3 plus 1 by root 3 minus 1. That is the cot 15, right? So x by h plus cot theta is equals to root 3 plus 1 by root 3 minus 1. Now what you can do here with this x by h, here h is in terms of x, y. So cot theta is equals to root 3 plus 1 by root 3 minus 1 minus times x by h. What was the value of h? I am writing its reciprocal now. So it is x minus y 2 root 3 by, we will get, right, reciprocal of h. 1 by h we have, no, with x. So it will be 2 root 3 by x minus y. So this is what we have. So if we try to simplify this, what we can do with this first term is that rationalize the denominator. So you will get 3 plus 1 plus 2 root 3, that is 4 plus 2 root 3 by 2. So 2 plus root 3 you are getting. Okay, 2 plus root 3. Then this is, you have then minus 2 root 3 times x upon x minus y you have. X minus y. So what we can do is we can just take up the root 3 from this, put the 2 aside. Okay, then I am taking only the root 3 part because I can see the option 2 has kept aside. So I am keeping the 2 aside. So root 3 into this denominator x minus y. What do you get? So you will get, that is root 3x minus root 3y minus 2 root 3x you have, no. So root 3x minus 2 root 3x will be minus root 3x. So you have minus root 3x resultant and minus root 3y divided by x minus y. Hopefully you understand, and there you are getting minus root 3 common, and what you get in the bracket is that plus. Okay, so what you get, the simplification part, when you take that minus out, you will get minus root 3 out in the numerator x plus y. You understood why both the term came negative, because this root 3 times x is 1 root 3, then you have minus 2 root 3, isn't it so? Minus 2 root 3 you have. So minus root 3x remains and root 3y into minus, right, minus root 3y you have. You are getting my point. So hence then you are getting the option, yes, can you tell me what option you are getting here? So you have got x plus y in the numerator. Okay, look at the option B, but in this we have this x minus y, we want it to be plus. So yes, then it is provided in the option D, you can check closely. So it's 2 minus root 3 into x plus y by x minus y. So you can see the simplification at your end also. This is what you are getting the answer. Now coming on to the next question connected with it. Here they say, what is the length of the tower? Now what is the length of the tower? Let us come back to the diagram. This is the length of the tower, right? The leaning tower. The tower was lean. This is the length of the tower. And you have the value of, the opposite for this theta. Okay, and you have the value of a adjacent to this theta, and there is L unknown. So using Pythagoras theorem you would have calculated this, right? So L square is equals to h square plus a square. Now the value of a we have in terms of, what do you say? In terms of we have x and y. Okay, you can use the one of the previous equation you had calculated. in terms of a. See, you remember this. Here you have this value of a. So you can use this root 3 plus 1 by root 3 minus 1, isn't it? So you needed here to just substitute the value of a and substitute the value of h and do all the sort of simplification to find the length of the tower, which is over the root h square plus a square. By substituting a in terms of h and x, you will get the simplification. I am leaving this over to you because this was the simplification based, the time consuming question. For such questions you can try how much you can do and intelligently you can guess such questions. Okay, so you solve this at your end by simplifying this expression root over h square plus a square. Writing in one of the form, you will get definitely the option B. So now let's talk about the question number 46 from this paper. What is the value of cosecant minus 73 pi by 3? So first of all, you have to recall cosecant of minus theta is minus cosecant theta, and 73 pi by 3 is equals to actually 4380 degrees. When you substitute pi by 3 as 60 degrees. Okay, so therefore the given question is minus cosecant of 4380 degrees, which can be expressed in terms of 360 times 12, that is 360 degrees times 12. Then there remains 60 degree to add up, because 360 into 12 you're going to have 4320. So plus 60 you have to take. So you can see that you are completing the 12 rotations of 360 and again landing on to 60 degrees, which is first quadrant. So first quadrant, it is positive cosec, so cosec 60 only, the resultant value. So what is cosec 60? But minus is applied because of the negative angle was there initially. Cosec 60 is the reciprocal of sin 60. So hence the overall answer minus 2 by root 3. That's option B. Coming on to the next question now. In this question you are asked the value of this expression cos of 5 pi by 17 plus cos of 7 pi by 17 plus 2 times the cos into cos. 2 times cos A into cos B formula. 2 times cos A cos B is the resultant of cos of A plus B plus cos of A minus B. So if you apply this formula to second term of this, this term where there is a product of 2 cos, you will get the simplification form as cos of 5 pi by 17 as it is plus cos of 7 pi by 17 as it is plus 2 times, this is your angle A and that is your angle B. So 2 cos A cos B, I am applying this formula here. So it will be becoming then cos of A plus B, 11 plus 1, 12 pi by 17. Okay, then plus cos of A minus B, that is 11 minus 1, 10 pi by 17. Now you see that there is a connection, 5 pi by 17 and 12 pi by 17. So I am doing the writing part of first and term, second term as it is. I am writing them as it is. The third term has a relation with pi minus 5 pi by 17. 17 minus 5 pi, you will get 12 pi by. Similarly, the last term you can express with the help of this 7 pi angle. So 10 pi by 17 is the result of pi minus 7 pi by 17. And you know that cos of 180 minus theta is minus cos theta. So basically this term, because this is positive term and the corresponding negative term, positive term, corresponding negative term. So all the terms get cancelled because positive, negative, equal, added, subtracted. So there you have the resultant answer 0, option A. Coming on to the next question, here you are asked the value of tan of 3 pi by 8. 3 pi by 8 is how much? It is basically 135 degrees by 2. Because pi by 8, if you take, it's 180 by 8, which is, dividing it by 4, it will be 45 by 2. 45 into 3 in the numerator, it becomes 135 degrees by 2. So basically you are asked the tan of half of 135 degrees. So all such questions of half angle base, tan of 135 degrees by 2, you can find out with the help of the half angle formula. You know that tan of theta formula is 2 tan theta by 2 upon 1 minus tan square theta by 2. Now this theta here is our 135 degrees. So you need the value of tan of 135 degrees. So what is tan of 135 degrees? Tan of 90 plus 45, second quadrant tan negative, so minus cot 45, which is minus 1. And now what I would do is, the required part you will take it as the tan of 135 degrees by 2, which I am taking it to be t here. So I am applying this formula, minus 1 is equals to 2t upon 1 minus t square. So when you solve this, you will have here quadratic equation, t square then minus 2t minus 1 is equals to 0, all the terms taken to LHS. So applying the formula of quadratic equation to solve it, so it's 2 plus or minus root over 2 square 4, then minus 4ac which becomes plus 4 again upon 2. So this is 2 plus or minus root 8, which is 2 root 2. So 2 is getting cancelled, 1 plus or minus root 2. Now out of this I have to take t is equals to 1 plus root 2 only, because t is positive. Why positive? Because t is tan of 135 degrees by 2. 135 by 2, it's a half of 135, which is around 67 point something, right, which is in the first quadrant, has to be positive, and hence the answer, the t value, that is the given question value, is equals to root 2 plus 1. That's option B. Coming on to the next question now. Here you are asked the value of tan inverse of cot of cosecant inverse 2. So you have to start from this innermost bracket, cosecant inverse 2. Cosecant inverse 2, if you take it to be theta, you will get 2 is equals to cosecant theta. And if you now draw a right angle triangle with this angle theta acute, opposite there becomes 1 and hypotenuse is 2. Right, so the other side will be then root 3, because root over 4 minus 1, right, by Pythagorean triplet concept this is. So you got it. So you want to express that in terms of cot inverse, so you need cot theta. So what is cot theta from the figure? It's root 3 by 1. So theta becomes then cot inverse of root 3. So what I did is, now this cosecant inverse 2 has become what? So I am writing for you tan inverse of cot of, what did it become? Cot inverse of root 3. Now this cot and cot inverse became identity, and you are just left with now tan inverse of root 3. And tan inverse of root 3, tan inverse root 3, root 3 is the value for tan 60 degrees, right? So tan inverse tan, again identity here, what remains is pi by 3, and hence the answer option D for this particular question. Alright. Coming on to the next question now. Here you know A, B, C, the sides of the triangle, 4, 3, 2 units respectively, to determine cos 3c. Basically when you know sides of a triangle, you can apply the cosine rule. So cos 3c, you need cos c here. Cos c formula, what it is? Remind, a square plus b square minus c square upon 2ab. So when you calculate this cos c, you can use it in the cos 3c formula to get the answer. So what the cos c will be? A square 16, b square 9, c square 4, divided by 4 into 3 into 2, which is 24. So you can see that 25 minus 4, 21 by 24. So it's 3 7s are 3 8s are 7 by 8. And what is cos of 3c formula? It is 4 cos cube c minus 3 cos c, the formula. Okay. So 4 into 7 by 8 the cube minus 3 into 7 by 8, you calculate this, you going to get this answer 7 by 128, because you can take the LCM here. 7 cube going to be 343, 343 into 4, okay, 343 into 4 you do, and this is here, multiply there by 64, 8 cube will be the LCM. You will ultimately get this answer 7 by 128, and hence the answer option number A for this. Coming on to the next question now. In this question we are asked the value of cos 36 degrees minus cos 72 degrees. So what is cos 36 degrees? How do you find cos 36? Cos 36 is basically same as sine of 54 degrees. Remember? Why? Because 54 and 36 are complementary angle. And similarly cos 72 degrees is sine 18 degrees. And what is the good news about this question is that you must remember the sine 18 value, which is root 5 minus 1 by 4, and apply there. And what is this 54? It's a 3 times the 18, and sine 3 into 18 degrees formula, sine 3 theta formula, which is 3 sine 18 minus 4 sine cube 18 degrees. So you have to solve this, you will get the answer very easily. Process based, calculation based. Alright. So sine 54 degrees, I am applying this formula here. So 3 into sine 18 degrees value I am writing root 5 minus 1 by 4. Then minus 4 into sine cube, root 5 minus 1 by 4 the cube, minus sine 18. Okay, so from 3 times 1 time is getting cancelled. So here I am updating, this is 2 because this is equals to 2 times sine 18 minus 4 times sine cube 18 degrees. Alright, now instead of applying the formula, you try to simplify by taking common this 2 times root 5 minus 1 by 4 common. So you have 1 minus the root 5 minus 1 square. Okay, and there is 2 common, so 1 2 is remains. So you have got root 5 minus 1 the whole square, which is 5 plus 1 minus 2 root 5. Okay, by 4 square, which has become 16. Okay, hopefully you got the calculation part. You can do in your own way also. So this is going to be 2 times root 5 minus 1 by 4 into the bracket value. This is 2 8s are 8 minus this becoming 6. So it is 2, then plus 2 root 5 by 8 you have. So you can see that this reduce this 2, right? And when you simplify this further, taking this 2 out, this 2 is also getting cancelled here. So 1 plus root 5. Okay, 1 plus root 5 you are getting. What is 1 plus root 5 value? 1 plus root 5 into root 5 minus 1, or you can treat it as root 5 minus 1 into root 5 plus 1, right? So it will be 5 minus 1 by 8, so that is 4 by 8, which is ultimately 2, 1 by 2, that is 2 in the denominator I said. So 1 by 2, overall answer is answer option C. Alright, coming on to the next question. Now here you know secant x to determine the value of tan x plus sin x. For that you know x is in the 4th quadrant, Q4. So secant x is known, draw an acute angle triangle with that angle x. So adjacent is there 24 and hypo is 25. So you know the Pythagorean triplet is correspondingly 7, 24, 25. Now what would be the tan x? See, tan x plus sin x when x is in the 4th quadrant, all silver teacup, cos is only positive in the 4th quadrant. So secant is positive, remaining all are negative. So this is basically minus the tan x value will be minus. So minus, what is the opposite? 7 by this adjacent 24. Sin x also will be negative, opposite is 7 and hypotenuse is 25. So when you handle this, 7 by 24 for tan and 7 by 25 for the sin. So when you handle this by taking 7 minus 7 common, 25 plus 24 you are going to get 49 divided by 24 into 25. So you can see that the numerator is 343 divided by denominator is 600. So that's in the option number B. That's your answer. Alright, coming on to the next question now. In this question we are asked the value of tan square 165 degrees plus cot square 165 degrees. By the way, tan of 165 degrees you can write it as tan of 180 minus 15 degrees and tan of 180 minus theta in the 2nd quadrant minus tan theta. Similarly, cot of 165 degrees you can write it as minus cot 15 degrees. Isn't it so? So squares are there, so anyway it will get positive. So therefore your question is equals to now tan square 15 degrees plus cot square 15 degrees. And tan 15 value we know very well, many times we used it. So it is root 3 minus 1 by root 3 plus 1 and cot will be its reciprocal. So what is square value then? Square the numerator and square the denominator and write it down here. What do you get? 3 plus 1 minus 2 root 3 divided by 3 plus 1 plus 2 root 3. The same thing you write in the reciprocal manner for the cot square. So 3 plus 1 plus 2 root 3 divided by 3 plus 1 minus 2 root 3. So you can see that the simplification part then, the numerators, you can see that 3 plus 1 4, denominator also the same thing. So 2 is getting cancelled. So you have 2 minus root 3 upon 2 plus root 3. Same you have for the addition. 2 plus root 3 reciprocal manner, 2 minus root 3. So cross multiply, what do you get? Denominator will get 4 minus 3. Numerator you will get a minus b square plus a plus b square. So when you expand a minus b square and a plus b square, what do you get is that, see, a minus b square plus a plus b square. When you expand this, you will get here minus 2ab and plus 2ab terms get cancelled. A square, 2a square and b square, 2b square. Those will be the added terms. So did you get the shortcut point? So here, what do you get? 2 2s are this 4. Okay. Then the b square, root 3 into root 3, 3. This becoming twice. This becoming twice. That is equals to 14 then. Isn't it so? That is equals to 14. So 7 2s are 14. So 14 divided by 1, that is the value, hence the option B. Hopefully you understood this. It's again a matter of simplification. You keep doing yourself also on the paper. Coming on to the next question now. So now the question number 54. Here you are asked to find out the value of sine of 2n pi plus 5 pi by 6 into sine of 2n pi minus 5 pi by 6. This question is easier if you consider this as the first bracket as A and the second bracket as B angle respectively. So you have got their sine A into sine B value to evaluate, which you can evaluate with the help of formula 2 sine A sine B, which is equals to cos of A minus B minus cos of A plus B. Okay, so there is no this 2 here, so we can adjust that, say multiply and divide by 2. So the numerator part 2 sine A sine B becomes cos of A minus B, which is 2n pi plus 5 pi by 6 minus B, that is minus 2n pi plus 5 pi by 6. Okay, and then minus times cos of A plus B, 2n pi plus 5 pi by 6, then plus 2n pi minus 5 pi by 6. So you can see the simplification there, that in the first bracket 2n pi cancel, second bracket 5 pi by 6 cancel, and the resultant is half times cos of 5 pi by 6 plus 5 pi by 6, 10 pi by 6, which is 5 pi by 3, which is cos 300 degrees, minus you have cos of 4n pi. Now cos 300 degrees, it's same as cos 60, fourth quadrant, so its value is half, minus cos 4n pi, you can write minus 1 to the power 4n. Why? You remember this formula, cos of n pi is calculated as minus 1 to the power n. Now this 4n is the multiplier of pi, so it's a minus 1 to the power 4n. So 4n is an even number, so minus 1 to the power even number will be plus 1 there. So hence in the bracket you are remain with half minus 1, that is minus half, and minus half into half becomes minus 1 by 4, and hence the answer to this particular question is option number A. Alright. And the last question on the trigonometry for this particular session, that is questions from NDA 2 2022 trigonometry based questions from mathematics paper. So here is the question which is demanding you, then how many values for x holds for this particular identity they gave. 1 plus 2 times a plus b into a minus b. What shall I write? Sine square x minus cos square x is equals to 0. So if you take minus common, it becomes cos square x minus sine square x, which is cos of 2x formula, isn't it so? So cos of 2x you got it to be what? 1 by 2, which it is only possible for this x lying between 0 to 360 degrees. It is the first value, it's like a cos of 60, and the other value possible is what it will be? Pi by c, because you can write the cos positive in the fourth quadrant again, right? So you can also write 2 pi minus pi by 3, which will be 5 pi by 3, because it is 300 degrees. Okay, so yes, so for cos 300 degrees it is half, and cos 60 degrees it is half. So how many angles you have got for which this holds true, the equation holds true? How many values does x take? Only 2, because of this particular range you have got. So in this range it has got only 2 values. So coming on to then, hence the right option number B. Alright, hopefully the solutions are clear to you. Please stay tuned to my channel. I'll be bringing with the interesting preparatory based videos for you for your upcoming NDA written examination.